guys, welcome to an evening practice, a calming practice that could actually be done anytime you want, but I'm just going to welcome you into my evening practice. Self-care is a big part of my lifestyle, and I believe we need time to decompress and time for relaxing and restoring just as much as we need time for doing things and taking care of the to-do list and, doing our workouts, our strength training. I think it all works together in this beautiful give and take. So this is just a little practice that I'll do at night. It always varies. So this is just one example. And I do have my blocks now. So you'll see I have my 2 blocks, my shipment from, there's a big chunk out, I just noticed that. My shipment of stuff, the big pallet of stuff that we sent from Costa Rica finally arrived. So I haven't seen these for 7 months, but yeah, it feels good to have all the things back. So if you have blocks, they can be really useful. If you don't have blocks, don't worry about it. Today my intention is going to be really getting into the pelvis and all the more like the soft tissue of the pelvis. And so using the blocks could be helpful to just subtly get into the hips. And I have a little mantra card. So while I read the mantra card, let's sit in a butterfly position. Butterfly or like diamond shape. And if you do have your blocks, sometimes the blocks could be helpful, or maybe you have 2 blankets or something like that. So you'll get used to, when I do these relaxing classes, to have props around. It's always helpful to have some, pillows or blankets around, or if you do have actual yoga props, that's even better. So yeah, I've been reading these little cards every day since my mom got me this pack of Louise Hay cards, and my mom's been sending me quotes and books and everything from Louise Hay my whole life, and they're really, really sweet messages. So let's sit in this butterfly position while I read this passage. Each problem has a solution. All experiences are opportunities for me to learn and grow. I am safe. So the I am safe part really hits me, because personally, that's probably something that I struggle with. Feeling safe to express, feeling safe to be, feeling safe to trust in the process. The process can feel scary or feel bad, and so just feeling safe to allow ourselves to go through these experiences. And then the sentence on the back is, I turn every experience into an opportunity. So all these cards have like a little sentence and then more like a mantra. So I turn every experience into an opportunity. So I'm going to put that there. And that resonates for lots of different reasons too. I'm just going to let that sit with me and just kind of stop talking. And just start to breathe naturally, like taking belly breath. Allow the belly to expand with air. Even if we're living our life retired or without much on our to-do list, and we already think we have a relatively relaxing or peaceful life, I still want to acknowledge that there's things that have happened in other times of our life, and that we may still be healing from things that have happened a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades before. And when we give ourselves these moments for intentional rest, we get to get into all these layers of ourselves, all this memory. And just starting to calm and accept everything that's coming up. And just reminding ourselves that we are safe to have this experience. And remind ourselves to turn the sides of our mouth up like a little smile. Just to enjoy these moments. And just roll the head, ear towards shoulder. And just stay there for a moment. Notice how every exhale you're here, you can allow yourself to get heavier and maybe more relaxed, maybe more accepting of this shape, of this situation, of this experience. And rolling your head all the way down, chin toward chest. Sitting up really tall, exhaling. Allow the air to pass down your central channel. Inhaling, allow the air to pass up your central channel. Another exhale here. And then ear toward other shoulder. And getting heavy. Reminding the self to stay soft. Big belly breath in and out of the nose. And then back down, chin toward chest, and then lifting the head up right. Okay. Let's get into a tabletop position from here. So when we're in this position, we want to really think about transitions and how we're transitioning out of the shape. So I'm going to close my knees so my body doesn't have to do so much work. And actually, I'm going to put these in up front here. So the blocks can be helpful for getting into our next shape. Let's roll ourselves over into a tabletop. I'm going to grab onto the blocks just for fun. Like, why not? In this tabletop position, I'm going to arch my spine on my inhale and then round the spine on the exhale. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Taking it really slow. And then pause with the rounded spine for a couple moments. A few full cycles of breath. And then arching the back. Smiling, receiving. Articulating the shoulders. And a neutral spine. Let's step the right foot in between the hands into a lunge. And take some time to get into the lunge. Adjusting your hips, adjusting your shoulders, adjusting your blocks. Maybe you want your blocks higher. And just make this more of a passive lunge compared to when we're, exercising in that kind of lunge. You can let the knee, actually, let's even have our hands come on the inside. The hands are on the inside of the foot, and we can even let this knee kind of drop off to the side. And see if that feels good. Check out what's going on with this other knee too. Make sure this knee is happy. Sometimes we curl our toes under to make sure that knee's happy, and lift off and then set the knee back down so it's more on the top of the kneecap rather than jamming the kneecap. Taking deep breaths. Breathing into all the nooks and crannies, breathing into the tension. Play around with shoulders up in ears, shoulders away from ears, opening the chest. All these little micro movements. Send the breath into the parts of the body that you're moving and releasing tension. Maybe we want to take a little twist. So this hand's going to go on my inner thigh, and I'm going to push my thigh out and look over that right shoulder. And then bringing the knee back in. Let's move the blocks so that we can have the foot in the middle. And then we're going to move the block over to the side again to get the foot to go all the way over. It's crossing my midline. And I'm going to set my knee down for like a pigeon type pose. And if you want to use that block underneath your hip, you can set that block there and catch your weight. The other block can be in front to catch your weight. And keeping the front foot rather flexed. And you can kind of pulse into it, moving with your breath, inhaling away, exhale back, and in that sweet spot. Remember, we're just playing with the edge. We're not going past our edge. And then pause there. Pause when you feel that sweet spot. Like, okay, that's not too much and it's not too little. It's just right. I'm going to pause there. And then I'm going to explore the sensations. I'm going to have a loud, audible breath, reminding my mind that I'm here for relaxation, I'm here for peace and acceptance. I am safe here. And I can allow myself to enjoy this experience. Okay, so to come out of this shape, we're going to bring the foot in toward the groin and just kind of rock back onto our sits bones. And we're going to cross our legs. Crossing the legs in this little shoelace type of position, or any kind of cross-legged position. You could even be like just in your regular position. So we're going to move the blocks. Move the blocks over to this side. Wait, where am I going to this side? I don't know. Okay, let's go back into tabletop. Let's take a couple cat-cows. And then I'm going to step my left foot forward, getting into that lunge. Before I hold anything, I really want to make sure I'm doing all this fine tuning of where does my body actually want to be. You know, this is like getting to know the self over and over again. It's amazing how it's like the process never ends. I'm going to put my hands on the inside of my foot. So now both hands are on the inside of my left foot. And I'm readjusting my back foot, making sure that I'm taking up some space and I'm comfortable here. And then I'm going to try letting my shoulders go up, relaxing my shoulders. And I'm pressing into my hands where my shoulders go away from my ears. And then kind of sway the body to the side. Sway the body to the other side. Deep breathing. Deep breathing with the mouth closed. And then I'm going to put my left hand on my inner left thigh and push my thigh away. Gazing that direction over my left shoulder. And then coming back. Couple more breaths. I'm just exploring where there's tension, seeing if I can shift my weight to like almost accentuate the tension so that I can send my breath into that area, giving some relief. And now my hands are going to go are going to straddle the front foot. I'm slowly walking my foot over to the other side to get into that pigeon shape. And I'm going to flex my foot. Maybe the block goes under the hip to keep some height there. Let's keep the blocks close by. And then this front foot's flexed. It can be down by your groin. It can be up parallel with the front of your mat or blanket. Just see about shifting your weight in this shape. Pigeon, you can let yourself drop down a little bit. You can let your forearms go down if there's space. You can set your head on the blocks. And see if you can let go of holding in the pelvis. And then propping yourself up, rolling your weight back. Let's bring our feet down, knees up, hands behind the hips, feet hip width distance. And let's sway the knees side to side. And pause with the knees one direction, gaze the opposite way, a little subtle twist. Breathing into the belly. Knees up, other direction, breathing into the belly. Knees up. Okay, let's bring our blocks over here. We're just going to use one block. We're going to lower ourselves down onto the floor using our forearms to get down nice and easy. And I'm placing my sacrum down and then slowly rolling down. I'm going to use my abs to go down. Okay, we're going to bring the knees in toward the chest. Hold the knees in. You know, sometimes these like most simple shapes are just so profound. You know, just laying on our back with our knees in toward our chest. This is a really nice practice before going to bed. You know, it's really best to allow ourselves to get sleepy before we get in bed. So we want to slowly calm the body, dim the lights in the house, have some herbal tea, refrain from using our phone or any kind of technology, read on the couch somewhere besides the bed, so that the bed maintains this sacred nature. The bed is for where we do deep sleep, deep repair. Let's place our feet down. And then we're going to do supported bridge. So we're going to pick the pelvis up. So I want to make sure my feet are close by my hips, like I can touch my heels with my hands. I'm going to hold the block over here. Actually, I'm not going to hold it quite yet. I'm just going to keep it there and press the hips up nice and easy. Keep the shoulder blades on the mat and then put the block underneath your sacrum. So the sacrum is that flat triangular part of your pelvis. Oh, this is my all-time favorite supported bridge. Oh, and I've missed these blocks. This just feels so good for my digestion and my nervous system. Like all the blood is flowing up toward the head, toward the brain. So you have 3 heights to your block. You can be on this middle height that I'm on. When you get up, squeeze your butt. Make sure you're getting up and squeezing and engaging your pelvis. And then you can also lower down to that first level. Or some people might want to be, oh gosh, I don't even know if I can get up that high. Can get up to that highest level. That actually feels like really amazing now that I got up there. Wow. This bolster's in my way, gotta kick that out. Okay, so now I'm just gonna kick all my props out of the way. Oh my goodness. That is crazy what's going on here. Like so much sensation, so much opening in the pelvis. I like to do a lot of manual manipulation, feel the fascia, feel the condition of your tissues. And I'm going to pick up one knee, draw it in toward my chest. I'm going to hold on to the hamstrings. So now we're getting even more accentuated in this opposite hip. Make some circles with your ankle, make some circles the other direction. And slowly set that leg down, extend the leg out, opposite leg comes in, holding the knee in. Ankle circles. And I'm going to set that leg down. Extend both legs out. Oh my gosh. So much sensation. Okay, now I'm going to play around with bringing both knees up and both legs up. Really switching my circulation now. Really feeling the circulation in my chest and face. A lot more blood flowing there right now. Just holding my legs up here. You can point and flex. You can take circles with the ankles. Kind of wiggling the feet. Oh, that feels good. Okay. I'm going to set the legs down. We're going to engage through the pelvic floor, squeeze the butt, lift off higher, and move your block. Then we're going to slowly, with a lot of care, lower the spine back down. And then we're going to let our feet come together, knees apart, that butterfly shape again. Hands can hold onto the inner groin. Deep belly breath. Allow the belly to rise and fall with your breath. And then we'll bring the right knee in and take a spinal twist. Allow your right arm to extend, gazing up at the ceiling or toward the leg or toward the hand. There's no wrong place to let your gaze go. Just whatever feels most nourishing. Really remembering this is about you and staying in that place where you feel safe and supported. Caring for yourself. Coming back home. And then on an exhale, let's bring the knee toward the chest and roll over. Back to starting now. The left leg's up. We're going to take spinal twist the other direction. Just let your body be heavy. Allow it to just kind of unfurl. These shapes and these restorative movement practices are not so much about forcing the body in a particular place or thinking that it needs to be in this particular place. Just allow your breath to your body like involuntarily moves with your breath. So see if you can be aware of how that's happening. How the body just is breathed. And then on an exhale, engage your core. Start to roll back. Let's bring both knees in again. Let's take a little happy baby. We're going to grab onto the outside edges of the feet. Knees in toward the shoulders, feet up toward the ceiling. Deep breaths here. Maybe playing around with this little like archer pose where the heel goes in toward the groin and we stretch our leg out. And the other direction, I'm not going to be able to do it this side with my cabinet here. Feeling the inner thigh stretch a little bit. Just kind of playing, just like when we were kids and had all this time to just play on the ground. And then we're going to bring the legs back down. So you're welcome to stay like this. Maybe you just slide yourself all into bed. This would be the perfect time to go to bed because you're relaxed. Your breath is slow. You're calm. And if you want to stay here for about 5 minutes, that's an option too. And when you're ready, you roll over to your side. I'm going to go to bed. It's nighttime over here, and I think my day is now complete. So I like to end my practice sitting in an intentional shape. I'm just connecting with myself, a final moment, and being grateful, finding something that I'm grateful for. I notice that the more I'm grateful, the more good things come in my life and the happier I am. So I really like to practice repeating to myself a few things that I'm grateful for every day. Grateful for this practice. I'm grateful for the remembering that I am safe. Thank you.